comes up. Well, I think we're live. It's telling me it's up past anyway. Good evening, everyone. How's the wet weather with everyone? It's absolutely peeing down here. You might be able to pick it up on the headset. Hopefully not. But it's really hammering down because I've got a tin roof on my workshop. So tonight I have two ear maggots for me. The light blue Turner and Brian of the Heartwood Control. So I'll bring them onto screen.
Evening, everybody.
A quick wave to just to prove they are human, well, some of the time. And so I'll dump them in the background. And
I
then
can't see anyone human in this workshop.
No. And I can then discuss with you what we're going to do. See, daughter's in. Thank you. So we're going to make another candlestick this week, but we're going to do a two-parter. So we're going for a base and a stem. It's oak. It's a very light oak. No, it's oak because I've got the golden rays down the side. You can just about see the light picking up on them there. And it's the same bit of wood that was on the end of it. So I know it's the same bit of wood, so it'll be the same colour. So that's the base. All I've done is drilled a 7/8 hole all the way through. And I can hold it then from both sides. Clever idea, isn't it? So
You trying to be clever?
Yeah, I've got a bit mounted. Exactly the same. Put the eye protection on. See if I can get it behind the headset. That's better. So I'll switch to a camera. Yeah, let me switch to a camera that actually shows something. I think this one is going to be the best one. Yeah. So just before you tell me, I'll just mention to the people in the chat that I've put two lines on the edge of the square so that I know where the edge of the wood is rather than keep stopping it. As soon as you spin that up, I can. Not sure whether you can.
Yeah, there
is definitely a line on there. Let me just go and take this off the screen so I can see the main screen. So I'm just going to go in and literally part it off. So I'll be doing that. Scott will be reading out the list of admirers. And see if we can make some noise.
So Gerard the French Turner apologises he's not going to be in. There's lots of demos on this evening. Barry's Woodturning's in, Mike Hugh. I'm in, John N. Wood Wizardry by Colin. John S. Gav. Dave B. Linnykins.
Daughter.
Terry Jones, Pete Kelly.
Hello, Terry. Pete.
You've obviously got more than I have, Keith, because Pete didn't come into my premiere.
Nah, he knew I was on.
Yeah. James Crawford.
Evening, James.
Gary Letitia.
Evening, Gary.
Duncan the Demon Barber.
Lindsay Gardner has just joined in.
Hi, Lindsay. Stand up, please. How's that, Douglas? These new settings on StreamYard are a pain in the backside.
The what on StreamYard? I missed that.
The settings with your mic on StreamYard.
Oh yeah.
That was me covered in shavings. That's why I didn't want to speak. Shooting them straight off by using a parting tool on there. Right, at the moment, this lump, which is round, is too fat. It's 2 inches all but. So I'm going to skim a bit off.
We have 21 in.
Oh, good evening, everybody.
Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, guys.
For
Chris
those
Spinning Wood Dodger has just joined.
Those of you that haven't subscribed, if you would be good enough, if you like what I'm doing, to subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate that. It's not compulsory, but
You hit a milestone today, though. 200.
Yeah.
Well done.
203, I think, as a last one I saw.
Well done, Keith.
So, spindle gouge. Good job I'm doing. I've got a hole all the way through. I was going to call this the base, but now it'll be the top. Not to worry. We have the technology.
I'll be dried out. You did make me chuckle, Douglas.
When I said this was dry, believe me, it's dry. So there might not be a lot of talking while I'm turning.
That's not like you, Keith.
Keith, quiet.
I don't want a mouthful of oak. It doesn't taste very nice unless there's scotch in it.
Yeah, them oak barrels are lovely.
I would agree with that, Keith. But not with the
Say again,
Scotch.
Brian?
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Scotch doesn't agree with me. So
Doesn't agree with me unless I have a lot.
Colin Izzard
And then
just joined.
And then I don't agree with anyone else.
that was my problem too when I first started drinking when I was 16. That was my problem. Evening, Chris. Yeah, 16. Yeah. I led a sheltered life until then.
Lightweight.
That is Brian earworming too.
Yeah. Brian is earworming too. Yep. Is that Colin of the Izzard?
No, that was Chris.
From Chris of the Spinning Wood Dodging.
Yeah.
I nearly had about that myself today.
Dodging the spinning wood is more to the point, I think.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
I've got
I started on the hard stuff at 14.
Yeah, I've got no pattern that I'm working to. The pattern is what evolves from the end of the tool at the end today. So we're just following on from what we started last week with spindle work. We're doing some beads and coves, but instead of them being on spindles, they're in relation to bowl work, faceplate turning. So So I've set up a couple of coves.
Very nice.
Are you
coat
going to make
there.
Are you going to make a wee willy winky handle to hold it as well?
No. Next.
I'm asking.
Yeah, I told you. Right, so if I stop that, you can probably see. No, let me go and change the camera and put it on the overhead. Above 2. This is where it takes me a bit of time.
There's a question from Pete Kelly, or Peter Kelly, sorry. What
Pete.
jaws are you using, Keith?
I believe these are bee jaws. They're the very small. I can show you in a minute when I take this off to turn it around. They're the very small Axminster, but they're the same profile as the normal Axminster ones. So they've got the 15-degree taper. Quite a nice bit of grain there. Until I get hold of it. Just going to go across the middle. There's a bit of a ridge, and I want that marginally hollow, so that the stem sits on there nice.
I think that rain's arrived from Slimfold.
Yeah. It seems to have eased off a bit at the moment.
Hammering it down here.
Yeah, it was just now here.
We've just had 2 days of rain. So that's probably what we've just had you're getting now.
You're just greedy up there, aren't you?
I know. Terrible. That's why they call it the Emerald Isle, because it's green. And if it's not the grass growing, it's the mould.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't call it the Blue Island. Water.
So how long have you lived on the in Ireland, Brian?
And in the north of Ireland, I've lived here since 1975.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
It's only a year or two.
That'll sand out. Nothing that a bit of 40 grit won't take out.
Whose workshop have you been raiding?
Yours, obviously.
Hang on. I was about to say SS.
I have one of those 40 grit gouges too.
They work brilliant, didn't they?
Oh, fabulous.
They're 2-piece. They texture at the same time.
What do they work like on end grain bowls?
All right.
I've never turned end grey. I'm going to have a go once to get my lathe up and running.
Have you not? That's what I'm doing today.
No. Chris has got a question. Do you have much tear out on that, Keith?
No. No.
Yeah,
very little. 240.
Ian at IDR sent me some green log slices. I'm not sure what wood it is. He did say, but I can't remember. And they're all end grain, so I'm going to have a go at doing an end grain bowl.
There's very little tear out at all on there. Just a little bit of fur on the end. A little bit down the end there, where I took it off with a parting tool rather than taking it off with a bevel rubbing. But, I'm pretty sure now the bit of 120 on there will soon put a polish on that. Oh, sawdust everywhere. I don't think I'm going to finish this tonight in the way of put a finish on it.
Robert Dolman's just joined.
I think I might actually put some stain on it.
And
so
Doug
rather light oak. Evening, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you'll stop the duration for the duration. Depends how bored they get. Exactly, yeah. Yeah. if I chat them to death.
Brian's choking that much, is
Yeah, he's obviously
He's
been
still-
on the scotch already.
You still with us, Brian?
It's a little bit dusty in my workshop today. I've been busy.
Yeah, dusty in this one since I started turning oak. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So I can take that out of the chuck, and then you can
There's a
see the
question
jaws
there
that
from
I've
question
got on.
in for Douglas Murnham.
Very small ones, Pete. They're only
Am I still here?
about 3/4. Yeah, you're still there. About 3/4 of an inch across, but they're the same profile. So very useful for small bowls. So with the hole going all the way through, what I can now do is remount that. If I turn them the right way, that's on there tight. That's pretty true. Take a slice off the bottom because it's a bit fat. Plus, I want to put a bit of a hollow in there as well.
Did you want to do the question from Douglas, Brian?
Keith Douglas is asking, the rays in the oak, are they Merdon rays? Merdon?
No, they're meridian, aren't they?
I have no idea myself. That's why I passed it on to you.
I believe they're meridian ray. They call them meridian rays
Meridian.
because they come out from the centre, or they run round the outside. I'm not sure which it is. I see Pete's going to take the blame for this rain tonight. He's been plumbing today.
Ah. Peter.
Yeah.
I found a book on plumbing earlier on. My wife's quickly idiot.
Hi, Doug.
Tell you what, this is cutting nice. So that's about a 1/4 inch hollow on the bottom, so it will stand level. Just going to clout it with some 120.
Robert Dolman has just corrected us all on the name of the rays, and
Go
I
on
just
then.
looked it up on Google, and it's medullary. MED
Medular rays, that's it.
medullary. Yeah, that's it. That's the ones. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Robert, for that.
You know you're wrong when you said it, but you can't think of the right word.
Yeah. Chris, the Spinning Wood Dodger, is asking, is that in a spindle orientation?
No. No, this is in bowl orientation. The grain is across the blank to give it strength. So that's all I'm going to do with that.
Outrageous. Coffee machine's run out of water.
Oh no! Tragedy!
Stick it outside the door for a minute. Camera will be on.
Tragedy,
one.
I said the coffee machine's run out of water, not that the steps are in the workshop.
Yeah, there's the grain running across it as I hold it there. You can just about pick it up. You can see it better on the bottom. You can see it across there. So that's the base. So without further too much ado,
Is it buttery biscuit?
I can add a couple of centres. I can remember where I put them. There's one. There's another. The beauty with these little drawers is they will actually take a 4-prong drive. It's such a small one. It's about 3/4 of an inch across. So that will sit in there up to the shoulder. I know that's a pretty good fit in there then. Let's put that in there to start with. That's going to come along. Right, so what have we got? We've got 12 inches by 2 inches of oak in spindle orientation. I've marked from corner to corner. So just put a slight pimple in there. Don't need to go silly, but it does just help it, because I've got 2 points. I've got a point on the 4-prong drive. I can see the bloody hole. Someone's moved it. That's it. Come on.
Scott, you can send me the pictures as well.
Okay, mate.
I'm always on the lookout for another set of jaws.
Right, so with the 2 holes in there and the little points just set in there, you can actually set this up so that you can see how close to true you are running. Because just because it's gone corner to corner doesn't always mean that it is totally true, but I can set the gap parallel. You can see it there. Check all 4 sides as it runs out a bit there. Not too bad there. So it's a bit tight there, so I just need to ease off the pressure fraction, move it over just a tad. Right, tighten it up. We can get this into the round now. We could if the tail stopped locked anyway. So, should we turn in this at a fairly fast lick? Get rid of the corners. So I'll end up probably wearing a lot of it, eating a lot of it, but there's not a lot I can do. Get rid of that one. Right, we're going into the round. Bevel on, not cutting. Lift the handle a fraction. Right, that's enough of that.
Keith, is that the SK80 chuck?
No, this is the old one.
Yeah, it's the same as what I've got, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Euro.
Axminster, but
yeah, it's Axminster. It's the original one.
hang on, let's get mine off the wall, see if it's got any markings on it.
Oh, I can't. What is it? You can never think when you're someone asks you a question like that. Right, there's no knobble on this one hanging out, so I should be able to get a complete pass along it without bumping into that great knobble that sticks out on the polewood one. Right, make sure we're all locked down. We're fit to go. Right.
The 114 Axminster Pete Kelly, Sam.
114, not sure. Now, one thing you need to be careful of, guys, if you're coming in on the end, you can pick up the end grain, not so much on oak and the harder woods, but you can tear a lump out of it. So be very careful. Until such times as you've got reasonably good tool control, I would suggest starting at the middle and running off either end. Then you know it won't splinter on you. Not quite. Using the spindle roughing gouge more as a skew, using the side wing.
No, I don't think it's the 114.
No, I don't think it is, because the 114
Is on the Evolution range.
is this one, I believe. I believe that's SK114.
It's not the one that I'm looking at on Axminster.
I don't know anything about Axminster chucks at all. I don't own such a thing. I only have record power jaws.
Yeah, we've got the Axminster ones because that's what we've got on the museum lathes. Is all Axminster, and the Evolution is the 114, I believe, as well. It's the model before the 114. It was mentioned the other day.
Colin San, the damn range, Rich Kingston now, and Jiggy's woodshed team.
Hi, Jiggy.
Hi, Jiggy.
He did say he would try and pop in.
Question is he getting jiggy with it?
Well, now I need to make a spigot on that, the same size as the hole I've got in the base. So wherever I put the big parting tool, which is here, I'm going to start this end. Just about right. One final pass down the side. What I'm going to do before I take this off is just put a couple of V's in there.
I would just Wood Wizardry from Colin is saying that he would like to buy an SC4 companion chuck. You don't need to pay £20 for the chuck key. It's just an 8mm Allen key.
Allen key, yeah.
You don't have to buy it. Just make an Allen key and make yourself a nice wooden handle for it.
Does it not come with a key then?
The companion chuck doesn't. It's just a bare chuck.
It's a fraction. Fraction tight. Trying to get that in there, so I can just take a snatch off of there before I destroy everything.
Most Nova jaws do fit the record power stuff, apparently. Nova don't tell you that, but record power do.
All right. Not quite true. feels better. That's better. Wasn't quite sitting in the indents that I'd made. I only need to take a very fraction off of this. But I'm also going to just chamfer the end, give it a lead in. You are better off with this being marginally loose than marginally tight. You can quite easily split the base by having to drive it in. So I'm looking for a good fit, quite an easy fit. So I didn't need to push that in. So the glue will sit in those two grooves that I've cut in there. As that pushes on, that will be a nice fit. And quite happy with that. So, the technical side now. Chuck key is there. Take out the 4-prong. Reinsert. That just sits in there. Need to bring up the tailstock. Line that up. Because I've got the indent there. Line that up. Give it a quick spin. That's fine. Needs to tighten down a fraction. That's it. That's now bedded the undercut of the spigot that I put on tight up against the face of the jaws. So that's tight. That's running true.
I love the way this community help each other, particularly when they're in the chat here. There's people just talking to each other and
Yeah.
pointing out certain things, and it's all very good that people just help each other and share their information, share their knowledge. Fabulous group.
Well, that's one of the reasons I want to do what I'm doing, because once I've gone, the information I've got, whether it's 100% true or something I've made up, goes with me. And I've got probably a lot less time than a lot of you. Right, so there's that drill. It's the same drill as we used last week to put a hole in the top for a candle cup. So the outside of that is the same size as the outside of the candle cup. With any luck.
I like your confidence.
It sort of worked last week, so
anyway, yeah, it kind of does.
it'll sort of work this week. Not too fast. We're in end grain. It is a speed bit. Shavings are coming off nice. Sorry about the noise, guys.
Chris is bemoaning the fact that he's been back to work this week. He's playing havoc with his watching and learning of lives and demos. That's the good thing about being retired, Chris.
I don't think I ground that quite true for the smell of it. It smells like it was cutting on one side more than the other. Stay. So that, look at that, fits. So that works. So that drill, for those that weren't here last week, is slightly tapered. It's tapered to the same profile as the taper on the candle cup. So it's a bit warm, so don't touch that. So before I put the tailstock support in, I'm just going to take a little bit off the end, and this is might chatter a bit. It's unsupported. It's 12 inches hanging out. So it's a shear scrape, full cut, very gentle. Again, 40 grit would take it off as well, if you've got enough time. That just cleans that up. Now I'll put a centre in there. That one to do. Now I've got full support again. So I can put quite a bit of weight on there if I want to.
Chris has just said that most beginners would have to have put that in a steady rest.
Yeah, most beginners probably would do, and quite a few professionals would do as well. But it's surprising, with my thumb over the tool rest, it's not going that fast. I can hold it. I've got quite a good tolerance of heat in my hand, so it's not uncomfortable. So what sort of shape are we going to do? Get a bit of volume into that. I just need to clean up this top. That's not a good one to use. I've already taken the edge off of that one. We go for a clean new one, freshly sharpened. I know what the problem is now. Tool rest. It's going to be one of them nights. This one's too long. I need to take 3/4 of an inch off the bottom. I keep saying I'll do that. I haven't.
That's one of them jobs.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those jobs that I will get round to.
That's all right, Keith. We all have a list of half
Yeah.
a day's long of those little jobs.
Yeah. So I have to do it in 2 parts on the smaller one. But this is a homemade one, but it hasn't got a big knuckle on there. I have in the past. I wonder, might be worth showing you guys that you can do other things with this. Let's do this. Let's do it this way. Is it going to work? No, I can't get close enough. When I did some 4-inch legs not so long ago, I needed to get in tight, so I turned it round. But so much of an offset on this one, and a big knuckle, that it's too far off now, so I'll have to do it in stages with the small one. It's a heavyweight lathe, and the problem is, with heavyweight comes heavy castings as well, so you can't always position everything where you want it. But we can do this in stages. We can work the bottom and the top. Right.
A couple of you guys out there talking about the Coronet Herald. I have one. Which I replaced with the Regent.
All right, rub it in.
No, I've just mentioned the fact that I have a Herald which sits over there. It's not doing anything.
Oh, you know what? That's what I'm saving up for. I'm still in the Beast. And I'm just going to go for the Herald and just have one lathe in the workshop. So I've then got room for scroll saw. Rather than that, have it on a separate trolley that's wheeled all around the workshop and getting in the way.
Douglas, why are you swearing at me?
Now, if you want to ship it over to the UK, I'll look after it for it, Brian.
I thought you might.
I'll treat it
Nice.
lovingly.
So what have I done there? I've taken the profile of the candle cup and I followed it down the outside to give me a little bit of a tulip top. And I know I didn't go that deep, so well, it's actually hammering down here now.
Oh, yeah,
That
that's
is-
what we had. We had that for 2
Yeah.
days in a row, guys.
That's the depth of the drill. So I'm clear of the drill now. So
I love a bit of rain when I'm working.
Yeah. It's okay when you're indoors, but it's not so good when you're outside.
Oh no, it means there's big puddles you can drive the ambulances through and make massive massive splashes.
splashes all the bystanders. I know.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you.
Nah, the blue light stuff blinded me. Okay. Someone keeps hiding all my tools. Someone's doing a wane on me.
I wonder who that could be.
That's too big.
You've obviously got too many tools, Keith. I could help you with that.
I've got a box of tools out in the shed that I'm trying to get rid of. A lot of them are scrapers. They can be reprofiled into.
Yeah.
There's only one problem with that box, though, Dad.
It's full still.
No, is that not the one that I went through first?
Yeah, you did.
And then you've added more to it.
Yeah.
But it's still full. Yeah, if I mention tools once more to my Michelle, I think I might be getting a divorce. or at least kicked out. I agree with you, James. The record per envoy is great lathe.
Is that the biggest one, or is it the Regent that's
No,
the biggest?
that's Regent's the biggest one. The envoy is one, just the
one
envoy is the in between one.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be down on a cove there. So I put a squint in, as we were talking about last week. I want the top to look a little bit delicate. I don't want it to look too big and bulky. Right, so that's about me for the top. So the time the candle's sat in there, that won't be too bad. I just need to get a little run down there so I feel there's a little nib there. Just got rid of that.
It's a nice shape.
You've got to have something that sort of flows.
If you PM Keith or message Keith, I'm sure he'll speak to you about tools.
Yeah, I'll talk to anyone about tools.
He said
not
he might
fussy.
he might be interested in some of the ones you got in your box.
Yeah. Well, once the weather gets a little bit brighter, I intend sort of dragging them out and making a bit of a display and taking a few pictures. But, right, bottom, what are we going to do? We're going to have a small squint down there to start with. Don't want to make that too small. Come into there. Now we're going to put a bead on there. Exactly the same as we did last week. Start in the middle.
Keith, you're not on Instagram, are you?
Yeah, but I don't use it.
Okay.
I'm on
Seems like-
Facebook.
He's on, Facebook.
Or you can private message me. Right, so there's the bead. Let's put the squint on the top.
Are you
All that
happy?
filling.
Are you happy if Chris messages me that I send him your email address, mate?
Yeah, no problem.
One way of getting hold of you, isn't it? I'll be the middleman. I'm not putting on a skirt though and being your secretary.
All right, that's an absolute bonus.
That's a Friday night in Brighton, that is.
Yeah. So,
Or a Wednesday in Bognor.
Do you know
what
what?
I'm gonna do
My daughters
is-
are in Bognor.
make this a
Yeah.
bit smaller down here. And we're going to make this onion shaped.
Oh, Nick's in. Hi, Nick.
Nick.
Flaming Turner.
All right. Hi, Nick.
Douglas, you give me a private message on Facebook there and I'll talk to you about the Herald if you want.
Rest is on margins not low. Go over to the favourite tool now.
Ziskew.
Excuse me.
Ian Leonard's just joined. Oh, yeah,
Hello, Ian.
Evening again.
Are you in the corner?
He should be. He's
Yeah,
late.
you should be. Yeah, what time do you call this? What excuse are you going to dream up tonight? Yeah, you normally come up with a good one. They're all being noted.
Douglas, you go first, mate.
Right, let's finish that off. Yeah, quite happy with that. It's always a job to know quite how far you want to go. Need to get a slight flat on that.
So Jiggy's having to leave again. Hi,
Oh.
Jiggy. See you later, mate.
Cheers, mate. You did say you wouldn't be in that long.
He did, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Just got to tart this up a bit now. Use the side of the roughing gouge. So I've got to keep ducking around the monitor. It's good, but it's a bit of a nuisance.
Right, I've sent Chris your email, mate.
Okay, mate.
Oh, I'm going to have to put that heater on.
Getting cold, Scott.
It's a little bit nippy in here. Or as my granddad would say, a little bit Pearl Harbor.
I was thinking it's just the opposite in here. I've got the fan on. I think I'll turn it off for a few minutes. Won't
Yeah,
take it long to get cold.
I just turned mine off. 15 degrees my shed now, 8 degrees outside.
Well, my missus used to moan about me having the heater on, but seeing as I had to pay all the bills this month, she can't really moan.
Yeah. Do I like that shape? Can I alter it a fraction? I think I can. I think I can make that a little bit more refined.
Does the fatter bit need to come down thinner, higher up? No, go back down. The fat bit looks like it's really long in the picture for some reason.
Well, that bit.
Yeah, it looks like it's...
No, it's not really long. It's just that I need to get some definition, and I think
Yeah.
the top is too fat. That's the problem. Once I pull this down and have my thin piece here.
Nick says he's being good today and just saying howdy.
That's fine. Absolutely fine, Nick.
We've got to talk about stands and stuff. The lathes.
Sorry I'm a bit quieter tonight, guys, but those chips are flying quite well. There. I think that looks better. It does to me anyway. Not a bad finish for the feel of it. Straight off the tool. You expect to get something reasonable with oak.
And a
bit
skew.
fluffy. And well, yeah, skew. Wasn't the world's best bit of oak, but it's not the world's worst.
Steve Jobbins has just joined. Hi, Steve. And Lewis, the Klondike Craftsman.
Hi, Lewis. What's it like over in Canada?
Yep.
Yeah. Got that bit right.
Probably about the same as where it is.
Yeah.
Douglas is asking, Keith, where is the fish? LOL.
It's not a priest.
Mate, if you
Yep.
went to see the priest, you'd be there a week with confession.
Yeah. That's after I got in from you.
Oh, no. I'm there for a month, mate.
That looks better. A little bit concerned about
I
this
think you
bit.
guys just sitting near the rain.
That's
No,
fine.
it's
We
here-
don't- There's
it's
no
here
charge.
again, mate.
Absolutely hoonering down just now.
Yep, we had no rain all day, but starting again now.
Yeah. So yesterday
Terrible.
weren't bad here. You get like a really horrible day, and then you get a really good day.
Yeah.
Ian Leonard's still trying to think of a reason why he was late.
That's right.
He
I'll
says-
stick him in a corner.
There's no real reason he's just late. Good lad, Ian. Just be late. That's fine.
Just bad timekeeping. That's what it is. Mind you, while you were late, we did talk about you, so you're okay. You might want to go back over the chat just to see what we said. I don't think there's anything too derogatory. Now, I'm happy with that. Just got a little bit there just to tart up. Nothing that a bit of 80 grit won't take out. Okay, guys, what's the chat think on the shape? Not the easiest to see with it laying down.
I don't know. No one said anything about the shape.
No. See it more when it's not revolting. I mean revolving.
It's certainly not revolting. I mean, it's not bad shape, but it's not revolting.
Not going to need a lot of sanding. So,
Doug's saying it's 36 degrees Fahrenheit, 2 degrees C, and raining where he is.
just showing off.
Ian says if you're talking about me, at least you're not talking about anyone else.
Well, that's what we said at the time.
With all this rain, Barry's Ferries mained it in. So Barry's joined from France.
Right. The frog. It's got 120 on it. So
Barry.
we'll use that.
The Bali.
From real simple things.
Real simple Barry.
Barry's
Who
been
said
knocking
that?
out some awesome scroll saw work.
Yeah.
Colin, that'll be the best thing you ever did, was getting your bike outside your workshop.
Yeah.
Mine is in the shed next door, which is laughingly called my wood store, but it's basically just a lean-to. But that's where my bike is, and it's an amazing difference it makes.
Mine's in the garage, which is just out there. So
You got a bike?
all this pipe work goes high level into the garage. Concrete garage, drilled through it. Not a major problem.
Excuse me, guys, sorry.
Douglas said he watched a bit of YouTube with organ bells last night. Shipping is so expensive. I think shipping anywhere at the moment is being a
Yeah.
bit
Particularly
of a
our-
hassle with Brexit.
Please don't get me started on shipping from the UK.
But as I've said, if people want stuff shipped, then I'm more than happy if you want to get in contact, I'll
There's ways and means to be shipped privately rather than by a company.
Yeah, it can be done.
Couriers would take it. They're just
Yes.
looking for work. Right.
That ain't very antique pine.
I'm just going to ignore that comment, Gav.
What about shopping?
Yeah.
Oh, shipping.
Shipping, my friend, shipping.
Ah,
I
so it
didn't
says
think there was
shopping.
meant to be like any trouble going to Northern Ireland.
No, there's no trouble at all.
No, yeah, whatever.
None whatsoever.
Not
You just
what
can't get
Facebook
anything.
said the last few days.
There's just nothing coming.
No. Right, go down to 240. My pile of paper.
What I'll
Says
have to do is come over
240.
to Ireland and visit you with a big suitcase full of tools.
It's getting to the stage where I'll just save up and drive over and pick stuff up and drive back again.
Be cheaper, wouldn't it?
It's getting that way. Style and Bates wanted £18.50 to send me 3 bits of spindle
Yeah.
timber. 24 by 3. £18.50.
Jeez.
But then they sent me a message back to say we can't send it now because it's too expensive.
Yeah.
Because of the customs declaration they have to fill in. That's why I had a rant on Facebook.
That's why you put it down as a gift.
Exactly.
Right, just sand this in with the lathe going
What about-
opposite way.
I've had lots of offers from people to, Scott included, to send it to me. But I've managed to source some timber from across here.
Mm-hmm. Is it
Richard
still
Peel.
growing, or is it?
No, it's all cut down and ready to go, and dried as well.
Nice.
Richard Peelan, who you'll see in occasionally, he does timber over here, so
Ah,
Okay. Yeah. So that's 240.
A bottle, Douglas Marham himself said a bottle from Oregon, or a burr from Oregon, whichever side of the Atlantic you want to say that word, is £80 shipping.
Yep. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
They're
was
gonna
looking
hit
at
Bit of 400.
Worldwide Bells, and some of the stuff on there to ship it over is just
Yeah. Yeah. Cheaper to grow it over here, wouldn't it? So this is 400.
2 tubs of Yorkshire Grit from Ontario, Canada to New Brunswick, Canada is almost $30. Jeez.
be cheaper for Glyn to ship it over.
You would think. That is ridiculous.
But
They're
then
making
there's
their money. They're
there's
making
some
their money.
suppliers over here whose shipping's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, there are, no doubt.
I'm not going to name names.
Go on,
but there's
fall on
one-
the floor.
There's one particular one that I won't buy online from. I'll only go to his store.
Right. Let's turn the noise off. Although you can't hear it, I can.
What noise was that?
Yeah.
Has the chart frozen again? Don't think so.
Line up the grain.
It's being slow again.
So
It's just about as slow as my computer mouse.
there is the finished beast.
That's very nice,
Apart
Keith.
from
Nice.
gluing it in.
What finish are you going to use?
I'm not sure. I should probably put on. Probably go over with Yorkie and then wax it. But I want to glue that in first, so I know that that's a proper job. I can get into the bottom. I can remount it on the chuck. I can squeeze it in, so I can hold it there. So tonight's little project. Let me go back to a different camera. Oh, mouse, wake up.
No, Klondike, there's no CA finish tonight, no.
No, and I won't use CA to glue it in either.
Wood Wizardry by Colin is asking, where did you get that dust hood from?
Tool station, I told you the other day.
And
Number 2.
It's just a downspout. It's a,
Come on.
hi, Andy. The dust hood is just a downspout hopper.
It's a rainwater
Yep.
hopper. It's a 4-inch one though.
you wouldn't expect anything less from a plumber.
Yeah, 4-inch ones are not easy to come by, though, Keith.
Tool station, they stock them.
We'll see.
Plumb centre, if you've got a plumb centre over there,
We do.
yeah, they stock them. But tool station are cheaper. So, can you see that?
The
Yep,
plum
that's-
centre even
yeah.
exist anymore?
Say again?
The plum centre even exist anymore?
Yeah. Yeah, daughter's still working. She's busy. Chased off
That's
her little butt.
That's a very nice shape, Keith. Like that.
It's got
Very
the,
nice.
got the shape that I wanted. So with the candle cup just rounding the top it over, you can't see the candle cup exposed from the side, which I think always detracts from the finished item. So all I would do another day is to match up the grain so that the grain in the base is square with the grain in the spindle. Glue it up, clamp it up. Know it's the same colour. I might put a bit of stain on it. I've got some Jacobean I haven't. I've got some antique monogamy, which gives it a brown finish, makes it look an older oak. So I'm probably going to put a stain on there first. Might oil it. Don't know. See how it
Good
comes
evening,
up.
Andy. Sorry, Keith. Andy. Andy H is for turning. It's just said hello to Scott and myself.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
We missed
I
Fred
think
Gilbert coming in as well, didn't we?
I think he was in earlier. But, so I've got a shirt full of oak shavings, and they're not the softest.
Not very comfortable, no.
No, no. And it was coming up
So-
in the face.
So, Duncan, if your chat's frozen, try toggling between top chat and live chat. That
Or just
sometimes unfreezes it.
Just refresh it up the top. You've got the ring with an arrow chasing round. Just click on that and refresh it. I find that works. You don't lose anything. You just lose it for 4 or 5 seconds. Let's get rid of that. That's better. Cord pull hanging in front of the screen, so I couldn't read it. Great demo. Sorry to be so late. Late dinner. Well, that's no excuse, Andy. Has your PC turned up yet, mate? Or are you still waiting on it? So, thank you, Doug Miller. Now I put antique briarwacks on oak. Yeah, I do, Gav, but I find that it soaks in, and you've got to keep feeding it. So if you've got something underneath like a stain, you can at least go straight over the top with a finish then, and then finish it off over that. Even if I do finish it with CA, I would still go over the top of the CA with Woodwax 22 or microcrystalline, just to give it a bit of depth.
So Andy's saying he's still waiting for his PC.
Still waiting. Yeah.
And Gav wants to know, can we all refer to Keith as Yoda now?
You can call me what you like. You do when you're not online. You didn't hear what we called you earlier on.
Face bothered. Mate, I'm not letting anything bother me now.
Yep.
The new
So
Scott is coming.
Good
For-
attitude, Scott.
for Tuesday, I'm on 1 till I finish, and not taking anything away from what Steve did on Sunday. But I've already had my blanks cut, which was going to be today, but I thought I'd carry on with this instead. There's going to be some apples. So there's a pair and a half of apples there. And talking about a pair and a half, there's a pair and a half of pears, if I get round to it. I use a different technique to what Steve used, because I think that was time consuming and slow, and not that speed is of the essence. He did a good job. But,
If you send me a link for Tuesday, Dad, I'll make sure I'm up and
Okay.
come in.
yeah, well, it'll be you and Brian again. Hopefully Brian can he'll be up in
I'll-
time. Finish playing
I'll
with
be
his
here.
horses. Yeah, finish playing with his
I'll be here.
horses.
Yep, finished by horses by 11 o'clock. So
Good. Well, I'm not
Be
on
good to
till
go.
1, so
that
should be a
gives me
good one.
that gives me a couple of hours to turn something.
Yeah, yeah. So
And I'm on again next Thursday as well. So
right.
Cool.
What time you on? You're doing lunchtime, 1 till 2.
doing
or
one. I'm
whatever
standing
you
in for SK Crafts while he's working.
Yeah. Well, he hadn't worked for nearly 12 months, so we can't stop him now. He's made a start.
Nope.
He's got a big job on, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very big job,
very-
apparently.
Yeah, very big.
If you look at the pictures he's been sticking out, it'll be nice to see what it looks like when it's finished.
It rolls off, mate. Yeah. Scott's like duck's back. Yeah, it rolls
Yep.
off. It is now.
is
I'm
now.
much the same. Say what you like at the end of the day. This is my way of doing things. As far as I'm concerned, I'm showing you, demonstrating a safe way of doing it. If anyone thinks it's not safe, bring it up in the chat. We can discuss it. But it's the way I teach, the way I show people. the way the boy learnt, or is learning. So
Why haven't you got the whip in the workshop then?
What? Careful.
don't,
Careful,
don't
Dave.
forget, you borrowed that and you took it home, and I've not seen it yet.
Oh yeah, I haven't given it back, have I?
No, no.
Careful, guys. It's only 20 to 9.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Can you send him over one of your horse whips? And I might get
Don't-
mine back.
Don't use them at all, guys. Don't have one. Don't use them.
Nice riding crop.
Yeah.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but whips
Yep.
and chains excite me.
Yeah. Exceptionally well, apparently.
There we go.
I'm quite happy to call this the end of, or just about the end of. I think Rich is on in quarter of an hour, 9 o'clock.
9
I
o'clock,
believe
is it?
he is. Yeah, I believe he's on, doing an invade.
Oh, good. We'll get a watch of that. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, hope he sent the KY over first.
Chris sent you an email, mate.
Right, thank you. So I'll look at that a bit later. I'll go. First thing I do when I get in is knock the lid off a bottle, get rid of some of this dust.
I think we.
Try and get my little lathe working.
So, if you wanted to see the end results of last 3 Thursdays, was it Thursday? No, it was Tuesdays. Live.
Lewis is saying the premiere tonight is at 10 p.m. UK time.
Okay.
That's Klondike's premiere.
Oh, premiere. Sorry, Lewis's premiere is tonight.
Yeah, I think I've
Excuse
got
me.
that set. Yeah. Dave B. Who's Dave B? Good to catch you live, Keith. Well done. Cheers, Dave. It's a name that I don't recognise.
No, me neither.
He's been in a few.
Is he? Where are you from, Dave? Are you local to us?
I've just had a
Bored?
notification from Beer 16 in half an hour. So
Okay.
that was 10 minutes ago. So yeah, the beer is on at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. So yeah, we're all good to go. So yeah, like I was saying, if any of you want to see what we do on a Tuesday lunchtime, I set them up on Circular Wood by Keith on my Facebook page. It's been shared over to 5 or 6 different. Oh, Dave B's in Kansas.
Yep.
Welcome over the pond, mate. Hope we showing you a few things that you may be able to use yourself. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, would you care to, please? If you liked what I've done tonight, would you hit the thumbs up button? Doesn't concern me too much, but it does point other people this way, whether it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You've liked or disliked wood turning, so the algorithm that YouTube put out will come and say you ought to be watching this, even if you don't want to.
Yeah,
it's
yes.
all good.
Dave just said he has subscribed.
Thank you, Dave. I hope everyone else has subscribed.
I have.
Not- Yeah, if
Hand
not,
up.
why
I
are you watching me? If you don't like it. Lindsay Gardner saying, thanks for sharing, nice candlestick. But it's over to you. You either like it or you don't like it. It's a fairly traditional shape. It's a fairly traditional material I've used for it. I've used oak, but to me the oak is too bright, too light, so it will get some monogamy stain on it just to kill it back a bit. Yeah, thanks, Chris Spinning. You've already subbed. I think most of you have. It's gradually creeping up. I'm not looking at getting to 500 by the end of the week. I'll get to 500 when I get to 500 or whatever. I just want to share my information with you, share my knowledge with you, so that we can have a bit of a laugh on a night like this, a wet night when you can't do much in the way of gardening. There's only drinking, where you can drink while you watch me. And Tuesday lunchtimes, you can do exactly the same. You can drink while you watch me. It saves getting the mower out. Thanks, Nick. He's already subbed. Like I say, next is that Tuesday or Thursday's project? The
Tuesdays, you said you were going to do the apples.
Tuesdays, I'm going to do the apples. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Doing two. It's I have. It's the age of the brain. It'll soon be the extra year on it as well. Not that it makes any difference. You know, one day you're 70, the next day you're 71. It's only a number. Could you use vinegar and steel wool to colour it? Yes, you can, Douglas. It will turn it black rather than the brown that I want for the oak. It's a good black colorant.
An ebonizing solution.
Yeah, it's an ebonizing solution. Pete's already started. He's had a whiskey while he's watching me. Wasn't that scary, Pete, was it?
Needed to steady his nerves.
No, he put a couple of candlesticks up the other day, but he did the single post ones. He did. He used some pitch pine. He come over and thieved a couple of bits of this. It's actually quite nice if you can see the grain.
Sugar pine or pitch pine, yeah.
No, this is pitch pine. In the grain there is quite a bit of rosin. Well, rosin is what the violinists use to put on their bow to make their bows work. But I think I'll give him a bit with a knot in it as well. I wasn't going to give it to him. Let him have a nice easy one. You can just see the rosin on the top of this one. Even more that end. There's a knot just there, and that is the rosin. Call it what you like. But no, Pete did a couple of nice ones. Just single 3 1/4 inch square. But I've done that. I think I'll be having the whiskey. Well done, Dave.
Good man, Dave.
Yeah, nice chunk of wood. Yeah, it was an old fence post, Colin, that had gone completely rotten down one side. It was 4x3. So by squaring it up, you got some decent wood in it, and it actually looks quite nice. If you want to see what it looks like, I think Pete Kelly is on Facebook as Pete Kelly. I know he's sold them already because that's what he made them for. Go over and pop over to his Facebook page and have a look at them. He made it, yeah, not a bad job. I can't say a rubbish job. I can't really say a good job, but they were all right. It's all right. Pete's a club member.
Too many compliments flying here. Too many compliments.
Hey. Wood Wizardry Colin's going to pop over and have a look. Is that a snood, Dad? Yes, it is. I was supposed to be pulling it up while I was turning, but I forgot. So it advertises chestnut products. I don't know whether you can just see it across the bottom here. Chestnut. It comes free when you spend £50, I think.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a fiver there.
No. He was sticking them in for free the end of last year.
He was indeed, yeah.
Quite a bit of stuff. It does keep the dust out of your nose, but I forgot all about it tonight. So I was ending up chewing quite a bit of that oak. If everyone's good and no more questions, it's 10 to 9. I'm going to go and hit the off button. Thank you all for coming over. not quite so many as normal because of 2 other big events on, or at least one big one on tonight. Chestnut Products was on with Emma. So thank you guys. Hopefully see you all and a few more next week. So here goes the off button. And get the mouse to work.
Get the mouse to work.
Oh. Right,
that?
I'm going to end it
Yeah,
now. Here we go. So end now.